All right. Hi, and welcome back to our community spotlight. I'm Amy. I am the community manager here at our Greenwood Village Enterprise office. And I have the pleasure to introduce you to Lisa Stanley, who works with Dorsey Television. Lisa, thank you so much for sitting down with us today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So, I want to get to know you a little bit. So, let's start. Tell me where you're from and how long have you been in Colorado?
Yeah, so I'm originally from the San Francisco Bay Area in California. I grew up there, went to college there. I traveled a little bit outside of California, lived in a few different places, working in reality television, and just trying to do a lot in the TV video side of things. But in 2013, I moved to Denver to work on a weight loss television show that was on ABC, and we primarily filmed at the Andrews Health and Wellness Center in Aurora. And that went on for a couple of years. And once the show got canceled, I had the opportunity to move on and go elsewhere, but I ended up staying in Colorado.
Cool. Um, what was the show?
It was ABC's Extreme Weight Loss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had about 20 participants that we would follow on a year-long journey. And the Andrews Health and Wellness Center was like the top medical facility in the United States to help people lose weight. And so they would lose, like over 100 pounds in 90 days. And then
Wow.
they had all these other goals and stuff like that. And at the end of it, they would end up getting skin surgery, as their like final reward. So
Wow.
it was a long process, but it was fun.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. So tell me a little bit about Dorsey and what your role is with the company and what you guys have going on.
Yeah, so Dorsey Television has been around for I think like 2 decades now at this point, and primarily for the reality TV side of things, we're really good at off the grid type shows, remote shows, anything that's really like character driven or anything that's really challenging. We do a lot of. A lot of our clients have been like HGTV, Discovery, Magnolia, DIY. We've also done some work with like TV One, the Weather Channel. So we've done a lot. And right now, for our reality TV division, I manage everything on the production side. So my official title is executive in charge of production. So I kind of take things from when it gets greenlit in development, and I take it all the way through getting production started, through production, and then through post and delivery, which translates into what people see on TV.
That's a lot. You do a
It's a
lot.
lot. It's a lot,
But it
but it's
sounds,
fun.
yeah, you get to do a lot of different things in a job like that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, that leads me into the reason why I wanted to interview you. You guys got nominated for an Emmy Award.
Yes.
So congratulations. That
Thank
is
you.
really, really
Really exciting.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I really wanted the chance to talk to you and have you share with our members the project that received the nomination and just talk a little bit more about that because it's incredible.
Yes.
That's so amazing. So congrats
It
again.
is. Yeah. It's a huge accomplishment, especially for people in our industry. I think an Emmy is something that everybody wants to
Yeah.
get nominated for or even win at some point in their career, especially in television. And so the series that got nominated, and we got nominated in the Outstanding Emerging Media program, is Red Rocks Live in VR. So it's kind of exactly how it sounds, right? We film concerts at Red Rocks Amphitheater in Morrison, Colorado, and we film it in VR. So that could be translated to like 3D type thing. We have these really cool cameras that basically have two lenses. So instead of one like this, which would be 2D, we have two lenses on a camera. So it's basically like if you have a headset through Meta, which is who we're partnered with, they have these MetaQuest headsets, or Oculus, as you would call them. But basically, you put it on, and it's like you're there, no matter what you're doing. They have a ton of different things, but specifically for this, you can be at a Red Rocks concert without having to be at a Red Rocks concert.
You showed me this,
Yeah.
months ago, and you were really excited about it. And I was like, I'm an avid concert goer. I've lived in Colorado my whole life. Red Rocks is, we joke, you could watch paint dry at Red Rocks
Yeah.
and it would be amazing.
So pretty. Yeah.
It's Red Rocks. But the fact that you put on this VR and you watch, it's so cool. Yeah.
Here it is. Yep.
I mean,
there's the two things.
You honestly feel like you're
there
attending the show. It's so great. And then I just think about people that might not have the accessibility, to go to a concert, or they might live really far away. They're not going to get that opportunity. So what a really cool application, combined with the concert and the virtual reality to like put you there is just awesome. And what better place to do this than at Red Rocks?
Right, exactly. And it's cool because when you go into so the platform that it's in, it's called Horizons Worlds, and you go into Music Valley and they have concerts playing. And it's not just concerts at Red Rocks. They also have, iHeart Music or iHeartRadio or whatever it's called, also has other concerts with like really great artists. So you can actually go in there and you can invite your friends who have access to the same platform, and you can watch a concert with your friends, and you don't have to physically be there with your friends in person. Like I've been able to see people that I work with checking out the concert. You can see their avatar and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And you can talk to them too and interact with them, and you can dance and have fun. So it's just a whole different interactive platform that's different than reality TV, but it still kind of is. It's in television, so it's pretty close, but it's definitely the way of the future, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it is like so futuristic, but the fact I didn't realize that you can interact with, other people, like that's so awesome and incredible.
Yeah,
and
cool.
It's just such a neat application, and I think the nomination is well deserved for what you guys are doing, and that's just really exciting. And you guys are going into another round of filming for this, right? Like is it a season or?
Yeah, technically there's seasons. So season one was during the Red Rocks 2023 concert calendar, and so we are filming currently season two in 2024. The nomination was for season one, so hopefully we'll get another one in season two. But so far we filmed with some really great artists this year. We filmed with Alesso. We filmed with The Girl in Red. We just filmed with 30 Seconds to Mars, which was amazing. And we have a few coming up in September, October, and November.
So, I mean, really big names, big concerts.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. What is it like? What does a day of filming look like for you guys? And because you go on site and kind of facilitate everything, right? And coordinate everything.
Yeah. Me and another person that works on the project, Benji, we are usually the people on site representing Dorsey. And we do have other partners in the project. Lightsail VR does the 3D VR version of it. So they have their own crew. And then we also work with Seven Cinematics, which is they're a really great partner who's worked with Red Rocks, and they film tons of concerts and work with tons of artists all over the world, really. And so we kind of all come together. They have to load in gear and stuff like really early, sometimes like 9 a.m. Get everything set up. They have to work with the artist and the venue to make sure everything's good. By sound check, we kind of do like run throughs and stuff then. And then the concerts usually start at like 6 or 7, and the main headliner goes on a few hours after that. So it's really long days. Curfew at the venue can be 11:30, 11:45. So sometimes artists, don't finish until then. And then they have to load out and stuff like that. So, they're working 16-hour days. They're working
Yeah.
really, really long days.
Yeah. I mean, that just the amount of coordinating everybody that's involved, that's such an accomplishment and so cool. And I'm, really encourage people to, if they have the VR technology, to go
Yeah.
check this out because it really is awesome. And if it's something that people are like on the fence about, oh, should I buy this or not? I mean, this is such a fun thing to get to experience. I definitely recommend people kind of get more into it. I think it's only going to get bigger, right?
I agree. Yeah. I think there's a lot of things happening within the headset. It's not just music and it's not just games. It's kind of everything. And every day there's something new that comes out or is launched. And so it's cool to see what other people are interested in, because if you have something you're interested in, you can go into the headset, search for it, and I guarantee you'll find something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so cool. And good for you guys as a company to be like on this cutting edge technology. So I'm just really excited for you. I think it's such a cool thing. And
Yeah.
um, when do you guys find out if what the results are for the Emmys? It's coming up, right?
So, yeah. So, myself and Chris and Amy Dorsey, who are the owners of Dorsey Television, we're actually going to the Emmys awards ceremony.
Awesome.
It's in like September, so it's in a weekend in December. So we'll find out how that goes. We'll see.
That is so exciting. Congrats again.
Yeah.
Um, I wanted you guys have been now at Enterprise what almost a year?
I think a year. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask what you think is the best part about working out of Enterprise Coworking and how that's looking for your company and what made you
Yeah.
guys change up your office over to a co-working space.
Yeah. So the good thing about this specific location in Greenwood Village is that it's pretty much central to a lot of people in the Denver metro area. Like we have some people who live in Arvada, we have some people who live, like closer to the mountains. We have some people who live south of here. So it's a good central area. And there's a lot of great things happening, I think, in the Denver Tech Center area. The thing I like about this specific co-working space is all the different businesses and different people that also work here. Like it's great to walk around the facility and see like, oh, I could use some help in this department or this industry, or like I don't know anything about this industry. And everyone that works here is really friendly and nice. So if you have like a random question, you can totally stop by someone's office and say like, hey, I had a question about this or that, or like, do you know this person? That type of thing. So it's really easy to talk to people. Everyone's really accessible. It also helps that we have, some events, and, whether that be like cocktail hours or beer Thursday, or, lunches, or any type of mixers or soirees or rooftop event parties, that type of stuff really is helpful in getting to meet everyone that works here.
Yeah, I think, that's the main benefit of having your office in a co-working space is you're automatically part of that bigger community, right? An enterprise with us having two offices,
Mm-hmm.
you can really tap into that. And it's always good to network and you never know. I actually yesterday was talking with one of your coworkers and he was talking to me, I was just, what do you have going on? What's happening? And he said he was researching closed caption,
Yeah.
something about closed captioning. And I said, do you know the one of the other companies that has an office here is Vitech and they're closed caption. So he's like, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So you never know where those connections can happen. And I'm so glad to have you guys part of our community. And I'm glad you guys are happy and that things are going so well. Let me ask you again about yourself. What, when you're not busy working, what do you like to do for fun? What's like your favorite thing going on?
So I mostly spend a lot of time with my dogs outside of work. I love taking them to just adventures, right? Like we'll go to the mountains, we'll go to different dog parks, or we'll just cruise around. Like Denver and Colorado in general is just so dog friendly. So it's always great to just like have them tag along. I also love going to shows just like you, like shows and concerts throughout Denver. I've been going to shows for a really, really long time, like from where I'm from. And every time I'm in a new place, I try and go see a show at a different venue. So that's those are my hobbies, just dogs and concerts.
Yeah. Well, it's so cool that you getting to kind of spearhead this project. It sounds like you're totally in your element. It's something that you're really
Yeah.
passionate about, and it obviously comes across with you guys getting the nomination. So, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, congrats again, and
Thanks.
thanks so much for talking with us. And we'll have to check back in after the Emmys, and we'll all be crossing for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hope.
Uh,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you so much. All right, that's been our community spotlight with Lisa Stanley from Dorsey Television. Thanks again for sitting down with me. All right,
Thank
thanks,
you.
guys. Bye.
Bye.